Alright, welcome everybody. I put out a poll this weekend asking if people wanted to see my comic book collection and my manga collection, so I will be doing that. Now, it's not as impressive or big as you might think it is, which you could say the same for certain things in my life as well. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get going here. So, we have Go Tanabe's The Shadow Out of Time. This was just recently put out in January, I think, and I've been eating up a lot of his adaptations recently. Don't mind the first grade bookmark. I, I've been reading through it and I don't have any other bookmarks, but I could replace it with anything, but it's fine. And I haven't really made a ton of videos on his adaptations recently because I'm basically saying the same things, They're good, buy them, they're the definitive telling of Lovecraft stories in my opinion. So I just have a couple of them stacked up here. I might go from smallest to biggest. Yeah, my collection is really not that big. We're not probably going to be here for too long. Which one's this? The Hound. Yes, this was the second one I purchased. Go Tanabe's books made me want to pick up more of them, and I'll show you why. The deluxe edition of At the Mountains of Madness really changed my mind on the whole thing. You got The Temple. Great story. One of his best stories in my opinion. Super underrated. Yellow. I do like about these books is that they have a one specific color attached to them, and then they usually are in the pages on the cover. It's really nice. It's simple and minimalistic, but it fits with the design of it. I hope they put out deluxe editions because you kind of need deluxe to appreciate this guy's artwork. It's just so, it was a Shadow over Innsmouth. Another good one. This one's really long. I'm telling you, if you're a Lovecraft fan, you gotta pick these things up. They're really the best versions, and you don't get all the awkward, clunky prose that Lovecraft frequently would have. And you also get these weird, these almost look computer-generated images. I don't know if you can see it very well. I haven't gotten lighting down yet, so apologies if it looks bad. But you get these nice, weird CGI pages, but it's really detailed art for as small as it is. I just finished The Color of Outer Space the other day. It's classic. I thought it was really good. It's not really as scary as some of the other ones, but you can see how highly influential this kind of stuff would be to everybody. Yeah, what should I grab next? I got a big old stack here. It's literally almost up to my, it's literally towering above me here. Let's go with Bacchus. This is volume 1. I just picked this up by chance because Eddie Campbell worked on From Hell with Alan Moore. So I gotta pick that up, and I really enjoy his artwork. It's kind of give or take, and these were split into two. His Bacchus is split into two. This is his other work that not a lot of people know about, but I just always really liked his artwork. Might not be to everybody's style, but I like his scratchy style. Sketchy, kind of, yeah. I love Bacchus's design. I haven't read too far into this stuff, but this was, I don't even know who the publisher of this is, actually. It's got a really nice thing. Neil Gaiman. Oh god, Neil Gaiman. Top Shelf Productions. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know that. Then you got this first one. I actually got the second one first. Or no, this was the first one I got. The volume 2. So I'm kind of spoiling myself here because I have not read too far into it. But yeah, he's a really good artist that doesn't get a lot of attention, unfortunately. And I honestly get Sandman vibes from that too, so a little bit of Sandman. Doesn't seem as deep or complex. Okay, let's start over here then. Solomon Kane. I've had this on my shelf for years, and I have not read it. entirely yet. Apologies for the shaking here. And it's on a whatever you call them, gooseneck right now, and it's shaking like crazy because my big ass swinging around. Yeah, these are kind of yellowed now. Wow, yeah. You get some really good artwork in this. It's really good. Super clean. Yeah, here's Bernie Wrightson right there. Bernie Wrightson did Solomon Kane. Amazing. Yeah, the art, I don't know who does the art in these. I'm going to have to sit through this at one point because I do want to look at more Solomon Kane. I was just reading Conan a little bit. So I just like him, you know. It's like Spirit Halloween exploded all over the place. And that's what you get with Solomon Kane. Shadow, Blood and Shadow. We're gonna get a lot of art. Blood and Judgment, my bad. I can read Howard Chaykin, The Goat. This was my first Shadow comic, and I like Howard Chaykin's art's fantastic, and it really helped me get into the character. You know, there's some really weird stuff in this one, but it's fun. I'll never forget the ending of this. I don't want to spoil it, but I'm going to. Where's the panel? You know, yeah, he kicks out the old guy on the wheelchair at the end. That's so fantastic. Oops. Now we got The Shadow Year 1. I don't think I've actually read all the way through that. Oh shit, that did not sound good when I opened that. This sounds decrepit and old. Just like me. Yeah, we got plenty of good stuff going on here. The artwork isn't really my cup of tea. I don't know if I like the simplicity of it. Oh my lord, that's ugly right there. That crack. Oh, there's I can literally see the staples and shit. Oh boy. Yeah, I haven't read this yet, but I will at some point. It came. Oh my gosh, guys, this just came out of the sleeve. Oh wow, I've never had this happen before. Oh my goodness. Okay. More Solomon Kane, more Robert E. Howard. This one's in color. That also did not sound good. Oh my gosh. Are half of my books going to break today? I have not read another thing that sat on my shelf and stared at me with malice for the past couple of years. Solomon Kane, what's the actual title of it? The Chronicles of Solomon Kane, yes. We got the Grendel here, and the Shadow. I think I have read more of this one. I know nothing about Grendel, but he's a very underground comic book character. Nobody seems to talk about. Because he's got a stupid mask on and stuff. I know the artwork for that one is inspired by Tezuka, right? The old comics, the 80s ones. It's really interesting. Because it literally looks like something Tezuka drew, but it's not. Not quite Tezuka. Not quite Bazooka. Yeah, the art here is also not my cup of tea. Very... not bad, but kind of cartoony. Way too cartoony. Plop. Who's next on the pile? The Shadow 1941. I had to take the slip off of that because it has a very concerning symbol on it. I'll leave you to guess what year, you know, this was around. Yeah, this is huge. I do have a bias towards, no, that makes it worse. I do have a bias towards big hardcover books, so you're gonna see a lot of them in my collection. He fights Germans in this one. Thank God. Someone has to. I do love the silver on that. That's gorgeous right there. It's literally, yeah, so nice. I actually like it a little bit better than the slipcase on it. And we got The Last Ronin. I might give my opinion on it. I think it's a little bit overrated, not gonna lie. It's an interesting, fun concept, but that's about it. It's really not the best written IDW TMNT comic. People act like this is the saddest thing ever, and I literally read it and I was not even remotely shaken by anything that happened. I don't know. The pacing's also not kind of atrocious, but anyways, it's a little overrated, but it's considered a good book by a lot of people, and I do hope the video game gets put out at some point, please. I think they canceled it. I don't know. Or a movie. There's a movie being made. And Watchmen. Yes. Classic. It's slipping all over the place. Look. Ooh. Watchmen. You can't do wrong with Watchmen. I'm actually curious because I don't know what the... Okay, that's what that looks like. Just the same cover. That's a bit disappointing. But, yep, Watchmen. You gotta have Watchmen in your collection. I actually have 2 Watchmen. I don't like the feel of this paper. It's very newspaper feeling, and it doesn't feel good. Just all into one thing. Nice hardcover book. And it slips and slides, so you gotta buy it. Swamp Thing collection. Okay, yeah. Saga of Swamp Thing, the Alan Moore Swamp Thing stuff. This was one of my first retrospectives, I think. One of them. Let me just pull one out here. We're just gonna look at one of them. You get the idea. Yeah, this is what Stephen Bissett, John Tolteben. Good run. I did like it. I don't really know if I like it as much as some people. I don't think it's his best work, but people really like it. I wish they'd actually make other good Swamp Thing runs, but that'll never happen, and they did have that Swamp Thing show that was apparently better, and it got canned. It's amazing to me how big Swamp Thing was in the 80s in general, because, I mean, he had a movie, he had a show, it was like, what the fuck? He's just Swamp Thing, he's just a vegetation impersonating Alec Holland. Ooh! There you go. Yeah, The Crow, James O'Barr. Let's see the, oh, there's nothing. Okay, so if I lose this thing, I'm not going to be able to know what that is. Wonderful. Art here, every time I read this, I realize how underrated James O'Barr is as an artist. Because, gee, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Good stuff. Good stuff. It's kind of cartoony, but it's also, there's some more realistic pages that look absolutely gorgeous. It almost has an anime feel to it. Good stuff. Very tragic. Still not the saddest thing I've read, though. I mean, these people on YouTube, they're like, this is the saddest thing I've ever read in my life, and it's like, not even that sad. It's like, you know, dude, I'm numb to this stuff at this point. I've been reading shit like this since I was a kid. This stuff does not faze me one bit. You're gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting for me to be fazed by your kind of thing. Yes, oh boy. Man, he's so good. The back of it's good too. I remember I got that one year and my dad thought it was The Crow, like Sting. It was a comic based on Sting or something. No. Because Sting had that whole Crow thing. I don't understand why they didn't get sued for that. H.P. Lovecraft's, this is where it all began. This is The Mountains of Madness. And this is one of the best hardcovers I've ever seen in my life. Just best looking books I've ever seen. At the Mountains of Madness. It's really not Lovecraft's best story, but you know, I would recommend starting anywhere else, but it's such a good book. I mean, especially don't read the original stuff because it's like 4 hours of material of him just going on and on and on. It's really slow. That's his longest stuff he's ever put out, but yeah, it's just it's so much good art by Go Tanabe here. And I need more of these deluxe editions. Look at that. is fine. On this one's not very good either, because it's heavy and stuff, but this is just gorgeous. And the pages in between them are literally like silver printed, like it's the Bible or something. Really good. Ooh, alright. Daredevil. Frank Miller. I got these old red books. I think they have a hardcover collection of this now, I'm not really sure. This was the first retrospective I did, so I have some amount of nostalgia for it. Again, this is another run that I don't... It's good, but I don't think it's the best thing since sliced bread. Some people think it's literally the best thing ever, and it's like, dude, it's just... This one right here, last issue, fantastic. That was the one that really made me go, wow, yeah. But, yeah, I just don't like it as much as everybody else. Although I do like it a lot. I did not read this. This one by Bill Sienkiewicz and Frank. What was this called? They threw this in last one. Love and War. Yes. I love Bill Sienkiewicz. He's good. He's like Dave McKean as well. I love any of the artists that try to get weird. Yeah, Frank. Frank Miller's so good. Or at least he was. I don't know if anybody's seen his most recent art, but wow. Yeah, we got look through the volumes here. Sorry if it's a bit out of focus. Like I said, I don't have the best quality. I'm just doing this with my phone. And I'm doing it on a gooseneck. This is very shoddy and not probably the best quality. This cover here is so cool. I love this cover. He had some really cool, like this one too. Awesome. The eyes in these guys are so huge, though. I mean, in the beginning, like, Frank Miller had huge eyes on the character, even back then. Anime style. Ugh. This is the first volume. I just found these in my basement again one day. I just decided, you know what, maybe I'll do a retrospective on it and try reading through it. Don't watch that video anyways, it's pretty bad. That's why I put it on members only. You can get it if you are a member though, if you become a any tier member, level 1, you can get it if you're, you know, it's archived material on my channel, because it's shit. You'll know immediately why I archived it after watching a couple minutes of it, but yeah. I don't want to give this one away just yet. Hold on. I'm gonna set that one there and there. Ooh. Okay. Whoa. Nausicaa. Big fuck-ass Nausicaa volumes. 2 of them. 2 big, glorious. And there's a... Whoa. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Nausicaa. I think I've read a little bit of this. This is the only manga I think that Miyazaki did, right? It looks like it's actually started to yellow a bit too. I'm not sure. Not something I've torn through yet, but I will. The artwork is so good. Very Mobius. I know he said he was inspired by Mobius when he did that, so I can see why. I'm not really a huge Ghibli guy, to be honest with you. Especially after you know what he's like as a person. It's just so, oh my god. I mean, his movies are like about compassion and warmth and stuff. And then, you see how he is as a person and how he treats people. It's like, fuck, dude. You're kind of a piece of shit. This second volume. This was put up by Viz, actually. I haven't gotten something by Viz in years. Probably since Naruto and all that crap. Out of focus, sorry. Yeah, Nausicaa. What can you say about Nausicaa? Didn't, who's the guy, Hideki Anno make, or work in that movie, right? Oh. Fuck me. Oh boy. You guys like Turtle Power? Because I do. Yeah, I got the old collection. People talk about this series, this run, like it's the darkest thing ever, and it's literally not. It's just okay. Yeah, nice pages. Big pages, bro. These things are huge. These are some of my biggest books in my collection, I think. It works. I actually prefer the more recent IDW run over this one. From what I've read, that one is a lot darker than this one. You got another one coming your way. Volume 2. I'm not going to flip through it because it just keeps wanting to beat up my camera, but you get the idea. It's Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And we got Frankenstein Alive with Bernie Wrightson. The GOAT. Bernie Wrightson, one of his last comics, right? You gotta have it. It's so fitting that he worked on this. The last thing he worked on was a Frankenstein comic. Because he was made for this stuff, you know? Look at that. That's what he was made to do. Kelly Jones fills in towards the end. I did make a video on that. Don't watch it. It's shit. Yeah, Kelly Jones is awesome. I think I dissed Kelly Jones in that video. I was like, why the fuck would I do that? Why would you ever do that? I just didn't know enough about art at the time. He's good, but I just, you know, Bernie Wrightson's my goat for this kind of stuff. It's really cool that he asked him to finish it, though. That one's decent. It's kind of, you're just kind of there for the artwork. The story's really kind of nothing, but it's fine. The Knight. Oh yes, Philip Juliet. I got a couple of those too. This is one of his best stories, in my opinion. Hold on, I gotta center that. Fuck. Yeah, this is just you're here for the art too. You're not here for the story. The story's kind of nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense. The artwork is something else. Weird French people, right? French people weird. Don't look at that. Don't look at what I just showed you. Look at that. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Him and Mobius, some of the best out of France. They were both in heavy metal. The Knight. These books are huge, dude. They're just huge. Alright, Elric. I got some Elric as well. This is also by Cawthorn and Juliet. I love Cawthorn's Elric stuff. This stuff's really good. I like when Elric kind of looks like a grumpy 70s rocker with his hair down like that. And I love how he incorporates the chaos themes. The armor looks sick, and man, it's so good. I do have a video talking about his artwork in this, but I also would not watch it. I wouldn't watch 95% of the stuff I put out on my channel, I don't think. Here's Juliet. That is all weird alien Elric is what I like to call him. We're just gonna close the book. Just leave it alone. More Turtles. We got Turtles Volume 4. Big sexy book for sexy people. This one's not hitting my camera, at least. Casey. What's Casey doing? Wow, the art is really simplified in this one. Wow. Now there's must be a different artist. I believe this actually has some of the issues taken out in it because some of them were not fit. There was one with Bloodsucker in the old run that had what was his name? He did Brat Pack. He was also on Swamp Thing. I don't remember his name. The artist for that didn't get paid, or commissions or something, so he didn't, or royalties. Never came through. I got Sergio Topio. Anyways, moving on. Gee whiz, these things are beautiful. His work is so good. Compositions, he really understands how important composition is in order to get your attention. I need to get more of Topio. This just reminded me that. I do want to get the Collector. That's his seminal work that I have not consumed yet. Good stuff. The way he uses textures on this stuff is so insane, and the patterns, and he loves his patterns, man. I don't really know what that rendering style would be called, if any, but it's just so, it's insane, is what it is. Italians know how to do it best. They really do. If you're reading a comic book by an Italian, you're probably in for a good time. So yeah, it's Sergio Topi in Japan, because I'm a huge weeb, guys. Okay, now we got the Titan comic Elric of Melda adaptation. Oh my lord. Yep, these were some of the first comic books I got as well. These are all hardcover books. They're really good, the definitive telling of Elric, I would say. I think even Michael Moorcock admitted that. But there's more volumes that I did not buy that I need to. Blondell. I think the 5th one had the same writer as Life is Strange, so I was really worried. You know, I saw Life is Strange writer, I'm like, wait a minute. Why would you advertise that like that's a good thing? You know, so maybe it's good, I don't know. You know, sometimes they can put out stuff that's good. I don't know. Life is Strange just looks like pure Reddit to me. But we're not here to talk about that. We were here to talk about fucking Elric of Melda. I love his version of Ariok, by the way. Ariok is so good. He's like a creepy little child in that. Perfect. Very anime, though. Very anime. But Elric is kind of anime. Elric inspired a lot of anime characters. Elric was pretty big in Japan, you know. And we got another turtle here. Turtle 5. They get smaller every time, I think. There is a bit of a length difference, I think. I do like the more simplistic stuff. There's zip tones or whatever they're called, halftones. They placed on Karai with her fake breast. Oh, it's Rat King. I haven't seen Rat King. I really haven't read too far into a lot of this stuff. It's good, but like, I don't know. I need to read more of it. If you've seen the 2003 Turtles, you know what you're in for. You know, it adapted a lot of the arcs from it. It's just more kiddie. A little bit more kiddie here and there, but it's not that far removed. Just some swearing and stuff going, I think. Volume 3 of the Turtles. This is the longest I think I read. This one has the one that's very similar to Ronin, I think. These things are huge. They actually don't have nearly as many issues as you think you would have in these ones. Is this one with Cerberus? Oh, look at that. Oh, damn. That's good stuff. Got a Triceraton, whatever they're called. It's been a while since I've consumed any TMNT related stuff, sorry. Oh, these are the 3 shredded, yeah. Look at that. Oh. Beautiful. Big blocky anatomy. Love it. And then I got some Frank Miller's Batman Dark Knight Returns. Let's get the Dark Knight Returns out of it. I'm not going to pull all of them out. You get the idea. Yeah, hardcover. Very small. I'm surprised there hasn't been one version that just combines them all into one thing. You know what I mean? I don't think they've done that, or at least not what I've seen. I was working on a video on this at some point, but I don't really care. I'm not crazy about Frank Miller's Batman stuff, I'm going to be honest with you. I understand he was very influential, but, you know, I think this one's a little overrated. Honestly, I do like the blue suit. I know he says he hates that suit, but I like that suit a little bit. Reinventing the wheel, and it was its 40th birthday, I think, a couple years ago. The back on these are also cool. Little quote there, too. Yeah, it's just a slipcase, contains all the stuff in there, you can see. Side of it's kind of cool. It forms Robin. That's really up close, but you can see it there. And lastly, we got ourselves Lone Wolf and Cub, the deluxe edition that was released by Dark Horse. This thing is beautiful, man. The texture feels so good on it. It's literally like a scroll you'd see in Japan. It's so good, and it's got the kanji on the side. This is the best way to read it, in my opinion. If you got the money for it, definitely get the deluxe editions, or just any deluxe edition from Dark Horse is really good quality. They got some of the best out there. Surprisingly, don't have any Berserk in my collection, by the way. It's a little weird, but I don't have any. I didn't start making this collection until recently. I haven't read any of this yet, but yep, this is just classic manga Gekiga, as they called it. Red Cat. It's got a lot of issues in it, I think. There's about 3 of them they're releasing, so I'm gonna buy all of them up and talk about Lone Wolf and Cub probably on this channel at some point. I don't know what I'll say, but, you know. Shit, yeah, the Frank Miller stuff. I think there is some Frank Miller covers in here, if I'm right. Maybe in the back. Here we're probably gonna, there's some green, yep, right here. Frank Miller. He looks really, really ugly in there. Yeah. There's another one. Just a simple one by Frank Miller. He's standing with a baby. I watched the first movie for this. I think I tuned out for most of it because I have an attention span of a gnat. But yeah, there you go. That's all my stuff. So anyways, what's new with the channel? I'm working on my Western video, halfway done with it. I'm on Green Blood, and I'm like 20 chapters into it, so that Western video will be coming out probably pretty soon. And my retrospective is still being worked on. Look out for that at the end of the month. And thank you for watching.